Just a few years after I got married, I had a misunderstanding with my brother-in-law. I did certain things that my brother-in-law misinterpreted, and he harbored ill feelings towards me after that. I wish I had the opportunity to talk with him and apologize personally, but he was frequently out of the country due to his work as a seafarer. My wife had to ask for an apology in my behalf since she maintained contact with him even while abroad. But I never got clear acceptance of my apology. Many, many years passed, we never got the chance to talk. And then one day, we heard that he was in the Philippines and he was in the hospital due to an illness. My wife and I took that opportunity to visit him. I didn't know what to expect. Was he still angry with me? Would he refuse to see me? Would he tell me to get out as soon as he sees me enter the room? I was prepared for the worst. And so, it was much to my relief when he appreciated actually our visit. He was very happy to see us, see his only sister, of course, but yes, he was happy to see me also. That is when we discovered that God had been working in his heart during that time when he was away. Whatever hurt he felt that I caused him, somehow it went away over time. And so when we finally met, he had already granted me forgiveness in his heart. And we were immediately reconciled. There are those who say, time heals all wounds. I believe that may be true. Many times it takes an extended pause for things to sort themselves out. And that includes broken relationships. Sometimes, when we ask for forgiveness, it is good to give time for the person we've hurt to think things through. They need time to pause, to consider carefully your apologies. You know, there's an interesting concept in Hebrew literature. There are passages in the book of Psalms that are broken by profound pause. We know this because there's a word indicated in these passages that tells us to pause. Here's an example from Psalm 32. I acknowledge my sin to you, and I did not cover my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the iniquity of my sin. Selah. The Psalms were the lyrics of songs sung by the people of Israel during times of worship. The word Selah is a musical mark or an instruction on how the passage is to be read. What Selah means is something very close to stop and listen. Selah notes a break in the song, and it stresses the importance of the preceding passage. It's like telling the reader of the psalm, stop and carefully consider the passage you've just heard. And sometimes when we ask for forgiveness, the person we've offended needs that same kind of pause. When we ask for forgiveness, we do so on their terms. And sometimes we have to wait. We have to wait a while before we are granted that forgiveness. Or sometimes forgiveness is not given at all, or at least not in the way we want it. And we have to accept that. Some people need time and space before they can bring themselves to the point where they can actually grant forgiveness. And that's okay. The point is, we give people their due. If we must apologize, then let's do so. But at the same time, we do not need to punish ourselves if we cannot receive forgiveness immediately. In many cases, we need to grant that pause, just like a Selah in between passages. If we've done what is right, there's nothing more we can do to make restitution, then we let God take care of the rest. You see, while time heals wounds, it is God who certainly, absolutely heals and brings restoration and reconciliation and forgiveness. At alam nyo, kapag tayo ay totoong nagsisi at humingi ng tawad, ang Diyos agad-agad nagpapatawad. Kahit na kung yung taong hininga natin ng tawad, hindi pa handang magpatawad. Let us consider when we ask for forgiveness, and as we grant the person we've offended the time and space to grant us that forgiveness. Even more so when we have to wait. Faith matters too.